My name is Elliot Grayson, and today we're going to be talking about renewable energy. So, the first question is what percent of electricity in the USA comes from renewable energy, and what are the main sources of renewable energy in the United States? So, first off, with the percentage of electricity that comes from renewable energy, the University of Michigan has created a website, and on their post, they have only 13% of the energy that we use is renewable, and all the rest is natural gas at 33%, petroleum at 36%, nuclear at 8%, and coal at 10%. And with the 13% of renewables, the wind is 29.2%, hydroelectric is 17.6, geothermal is 1.6, and biomass is 37.4, and solar is 14.2, which all going into that, wind is wind is the second biggest, and biomass is the biggest, but just 13% of the total. For the second question, we have what are the advantages and disadvantages of using renewable energy to produce electricity? I already had a pretty good standpoint on that, but I went and looked at a source from solarschools.net, and their overall summary is there's a lot of advantages to renewable energy, including the fact that it will never run out and does less harm to our planet, but the downsides are not being able to produce as much electricity and needing to rely on the weather. Considering if it's a wind farm, you need a lot of wind to produce energy, and if it's hydroelectric, you obviously need a lot of flow of water, which dams are a pretty good source, which they can run out, but they are it's usually not too much of a problem. I'd say it's mainly just wind or solar, because if the sun's not shining, you're not really getting too much energy from that. For the third question, why are the economic and political challenges of moving from using fossil fuels like coal or natural gas to using renewable energy to produce electricity in the USA? I looked at a few different sources, but the best one that I found was from Brookings.edu, and their main summary on why is because we haven't found a good substance for oil in terms of its availability and fitness for purpose. Although its supply is not infinite, oil is plentiful, and the technology to extract it continues to improve. So obviously, oil fields and oil drilling is always on a rise, and so it's just making it harder to step away from that when it's just so easy to get, and it's just fast and reliable. And that's also the same for natural gas. I'm not too sure how natural gas is pulled, but I could assume that it is being it is just growing as the days go by in productivity. But overall, I just think it's hard because it's what we're used to, and we've been using fossil fuels for so long. I know in the recent decades we've came more to renewable energy, and although it works, it's just not as proficient as fossil fuels. I feel like that's why we're struggling to step away, but at the same time, we're starting to get more electric cars and move away from big gas engines and diesel engines. So I feel like we're definitely taking some steps in the right direction, but it's just it's gonna have to take some time, I would assume. And for me, the advantages and disadvantages, obviously it's easy to, I wouldn't say personally it's easy to get fossil fuels, but nationwide it's easier to get fossil fuels compared to natural or renewable resources, especially the cost wise. the cost to put in solar panels and the price of solar panels, the price of wind farms, they're expensive from the start, but you obviously will start saving some money after a little bit of time. But that is all I have for today.